Hello there, Leo. Johnny Alchemy here. Thank you again for watching my channel. We're going to be doing your tarot card reading for the year of 2024. We're going to go through some things you are leaving behind or taking with you from the previous year, some things to consider as you go through 2024, and also some major life lessons, themes, etc. That you might learn as well. Understand this is going to be a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what does not. Understand everything here is to empower you so you can use your power of choice to create the reality that you want out of your own lives. Okay, so, okay. Yeah, okay. So in terms of things from 2023 that you're leaving behind, let's see here. I think here we got two cards really, but let me start with this one. We got the Queen of Cups here reversed. So here I have a feeling that, if you felt out of touch emotionally at all, if you've had a difficult emotional time for any of you, I see some cards that may relate to this as well. But any type of heartache, any type of disappointment and stuff like that, or you might have felt emotionally disconnected, or intuitively disconnected to your higher power, the universe, whatever it is that you ascribe to. There's something here, I say that because we also got the High Priestess here in reversed. So two very intuitive cards, you got the Queen of Cups, High Priestess, talking about intuition. If you felt disconnected from the universe, or where you feel like maybe if you wanted things and they just aren't happening, they didn't happen the way you wanted, or you may be wondering, not wondering, but maybe wandering, in life, where maybe for some people, could be like, what is my purpose? What is the point of some of this stuff, and it could start to affect you emotionally. I think for some of you in 2023, I think you're starting to let go of that energy. I think hopefully things are starting to make sense as I'm going to go through some of these cards here. And things are going to start to emotionally stabilize, if that makes sense as well. We also got the Justice card. I think here it really is that karmic justice. I think for some of you, I think I might have said it in your last reading, facing karma, facing past consequences for past actions and stuff like that. I think if any of you did that, I think this is what you are coming into this new year with. And also, actually just leaving it behind, actually, let me put it that way. Because by facing your karma, you are paying your debt, and you are holding accountability for any action we take in life, And by doing so, I think it is going to reconnect you with the universe. It is going to help you get in touch with your emotions much better. So I think here for some of you, by doing that process, you're starting the year much more clear and with a better sense of mind. I think in 2023, you're going to start to feel that emotional stability, as I said before. In terms of clarity, let's do some clarification cards. Some of these cards, I swear. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah. Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune. And what did I just say? Karmic justice. When we face our karma, this is what I mean. I think if anyone had a rough 2023, and if you really took accountability and owned a lot of your actions to the best of your ability, and not judged yourself too hard, but judge yourself fairly, I think the Wheel of Fortune is going to spin towards your favor as a windfall, some type of luck, change of fortune, whatever it is. But it doesn't come, well, sometimes it does come by consequence, let me be honest. But basically, with that Judgment card, the Justice card, it really is saying, if you really took the time to do that soul work, to do that soul searching, that soul healing in a certain sense, to really be aware of and accountable for the actions you take in your life, karma will say, okay, you've paid your debt, you've paid your dues. Now it's time for new karma to come in, for that wheel to spin again, where you're not on the bottom of it, So yeah, I really feel like with that, there's something there about that karma. And by doing so, you're moving your life forward energetically. As I said before, that High Priestess here, you got the Ace of Wands. Love to see this, more fire in your reading, being a fire sign for you. So really, I have a feeling here, you're you're going to be shed more light into in terms of your intuition. As I said, if you ever felt disconnected or felt a little lost during 2023 spiritually, you're going to have a new opportunity here. This Ace of Wands, a new adventure, a new insight. That's what I really get here, with all of that light shining from the heavens behind that. And any of these fire cards, especially from this deck, I really get that feeling of just like, being put through the fire. That phoenix rising moment. From the ashes, you are risen into something new, something more powerful. Also, as I said, with that Queen of Cups, you got the Ten of Cups right here. So if you were looking for a relationship, if a relationship stuff was on your mind, it's talking about the happily ever after in some sense, talking about family life, if you're thinking about starting a family for some of you. But really, if you felt emotionally disconnected or emotionally lost or wandering in a certain sense, it's all going to, as I said, with that Wheel of Fortune, it's all going to come into full circle. There's something here where if you really took the time to heal yourself, to really self-evaluate and learn from past consequences and mistakes, you're going to put yourself on the right path toward a relationship, more insight, etc. Love in general, that Ten of Cups, just emotional fulfillment, stuff like that. In terms of things that you're going to experience for the year, love to see all of these. It's a lot of healing for you that I can see here. Three of Swords reversed. Love to see this for you. As I said, if there was any type of heartache that made you feel like, you've lost faith in love, you've lost connection to the universe, from that pain, etc. This year, there's going to be a lot of healing for you. Ultimately, I see relationships, for some of you, but it just could be anything that causes you pain, any type of loss, sorrow, disappointment, whatever it is. But you're going to be healing from that, which is wonderful. Ten of Wands as well, right in the middle of your reading. I love to see this here. Being a wand as well, more fire. Again, it really is saying that, your load is going to be lightened. There's going to be less weight on your shoulders, less pressure, less oppression, less overwhelm, And it's funny because it's like, you go from these 10 of Wands and then you're shown a single Ace of Wands right here. This is the ending of a cycle in the past, and now you're going to be given something new with the Ace. Seeing this in the middle of your reading, very positive sign, showing that, your burdens and worries are going to be lightened. Eight of Swords as well. Love to see this in the reverse for you. It's showing that you're going to release yourself from very limiting belief systems. There could be things from the past that have been put on you that may be from past pain or trauma. Again, looking at some of those cards from 2023, talking about the past, that may have hurt you, that may just have really affected you mentally, where you may want to be, in the past, maybe you wanted to be limited. You wanted to be closed off and safe in a certain sense. That's the survival, that lies within all of us, but it is also very limiting. So I have a feeling here you're going to release a lot of those false belief systems. You're no longer going to see yourself as a victim to anything. With that Three of Swords as well, that sorrow is going to heal. You're going to allow yourself to heal, and by doing so, you're going to free yourself from anything from the past that binds you to that pain as well, where you're going to feel free and liberated to move forward as the victor and not the victim. So let's do some clarification on this as well. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. So here, love to see this. More water cards for you. From that Three of Swords clarification, we got the Princess of Cups right here. So really it's telling me, you're going to learn new emotional knowledge and insights from healing this pain by taking out these swords and pain within your heart center. It's going to reframe exactly what it is that you want from love, also your ability to provide self-love and self-care for yourself. It also could be new love connection for you as well. We saw that Ten of Cups energy. So really it's saying, there could be new love available to you. And by going through this healing process about dealing with things from the past, really getting to the root of those things and healing them, it's going to open up the opportunity for yourself to be more open and available and present for love in general, but also possibly a new love offer for you as well. So here, on top of that Ten of Swords, that's Seven of Swords right here. Ten of Wands, Seven of Wands, sorry. So here, in terms of clarification, you know, if you've tried to do certain things during 2023 that were just not working out, you know, you've tried certain paths, made certain decisions, and you were met with resistance, conflict, disappointment, as I said before with the Three of Swords, you know, it's really saying, you know, you're going to pivot and find a new direction. You're going to either do that or either just understand it's not worth it anymore to do whatever actions that were not giving you the results that you wanted. You know, with that Ten of Wands here is saying, you know, it could be too overbearing to do certain things or take certain actions to make a goal happen. And ultimately, you may feel exhausted at the end of the day. You might feel overwhelmed at the end of the day. And you don't have what you wanted in the first place by putting so much effort, you know? So here it's really saying, you know, that you may be walking away from situations that exhaust you, where you're met with just resistance or conflict or just not getting the things that you want out of them. On top of that, Eight of Swords here, we got the Six of Pentacles. Love to see this, because here it's really saying, you know, you are learning how to give back to yourself first, and you're being very fair. I love to see that she's holding these scales, very much like that Justice card energy, finding that balance, you know. So here it's really saying that you are learning how to give to yourself as well as to those around you. You are not excluding yourself from your life. You know, you're also understanding that you need care. You need to be taken care of as well. This could be something financial as well. If any of you may be dealing with anything financial, you may learn how to balance your finances, maybe save a little money, learn how to, make sure you pay yourself first, pay off any debts first before you start spending any money, all that type of stuff. You know, if there's any type of money habits or things that limit you in that sense, you know, it's something to consider as well. But basically, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of healing here for you, where you're going to start considering yourself this year. You're going to start to heal yourself and put yourself first on that pedestal, so that you can heal and be ready for new opportunities to come and walk away from the ones that are not serving you at this moment. So let's talk about things. I love to see that. I didn't even realize that. Okay, let's talk about some lessons that you're going to learn, things to consider in terms of big themes. As I said, you know, you got this twice, the Ace of Wands twice. You know, there is going to be a big adventure, a new opportunity that's going to be very exciting for you, that can really just kind of, honestly, revitalize you with that fire. As I said before, that Phoenix rising moment, but also is going to give you a lot of insight and growth into something new, you know. I'm going to do clarification on that in a second. Let's see. We got the Judgment card as well. So Judgment card, talking about, you know, there's a big calling from the universe that you may receive in 2024. You know, it could be your soul purpose, your life purpose. It could be just something very important to you, whatever it is. But if you had any inkling about that in 2023, expect that call to keep coming. You know, that's how the universe works. You know, it's not going to stop calling just because we ignore it, you know. So if there's something here from 2023 that you felt like you really were compelled to do, that it was like your life's calling in a certain sense, your soul's purpose, it's gonna keep going for 2024 as well. So consider that, because it is for your good. It is there to help bring you into proper alignment where you belong, you know, where your soul is meant to thrive, if that makes sense. We also got the King of Wands here in reversed. So here it talks about, you know, I think here the biggest thing you're going to learn, especially being fire sign, Leo, you know, you're going to learn how to be in your seat of power again. As I said, this comes right underneath that Seven of Wands here before. It's saying, you know, you're going to walk away from situations that don't work for you, but you will find exactly the right path where you will feel in control and have power over the actions and decisions you need to make in order to make whatever goals you want happen. For some of you, I see love. For some of you, I see finances also. What was it? Yep, in terms of healing as well. But really, it's really just coming back into your seat of power. You know, learning that you are in control of your life. You are the one who makes the decisions. You are the ones who chooses the plans of action, and you're the ones who make it happen. So really, it's like understanding and focusing your energy on what is most important to you. What is it that drives you? Looking back at that Judgment card, what is this new adventure? Talking about those Ace of Wands, what is this new adventure you want to take? And so once you focus on it and narrow it down very finely, very detailed into what it is that you want, then you can start using your energy to go through there. And once you figure out what that is, by doing so, you can become and feel more empowered by using your willpower in ways that are beneficial to you. So let's do some clarification on this. Let's see. Okay, that's kind of nice. Love that. Okay. So really, there's some... Didn't I get this twice? Wow, okay, got it. Double synchronicity. Cannot believe it. That's freaking cool. Love that. You got the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands twice. Both landing on their cards, which is insane to me. So really, I have a feeling here there is really something where if you really felt disconnected at all last year in terms of your intuition, this double synchronicity really shakes me up a little bit. It's insane. You can't make this stuff up. But you are literally, I think the life calling that I feel like for some of you is to really get in touch with your intuition, you know, your spiritual capabilities. You know, if any of you are gifted with any type of psychic abilities or any type of spirituality or anything like that, I think this year there is something really calling from the universe here saying, you know, that this is something worth exploring. You know, you're going to get to know and develop your intuition on a much deeper level, and it's going to open up doors. As I said before with this King of Wands energy, I think you're just going to feel more powerful by doing so, by getting in touch with your intuition and your higher being, your higher power, your spiritual practices, whatever it may be. You know, I think that is the true calling here, because that's kind of crazy that they pop up on the same thing. And I look back to that Wheel of Fortune. This could be fated, you know, to happen. This is something that could be written in destiny, where you have to follow your destiny if this is something that resonates with you. So really, for some of you, if you really have any type of psychic gift, any type of skills, even tarot, even like, you know, mediumship, whatever it is, pursue that this year. You know, really there's something here that I feel like is calling you to that. Also here, you know, as you're figuring out where you are, where your power is and what direction you want to take your life, you know, we got the Three of Cups here. You know, rely on your support systems, rely on your friends, anyone that you feel that you can trust and that you can very safely and genuinely celebrate all the ups and downs of life with. You know, with this Three of Cups, you know, as you figure this stuff out and you are gaining your power, you know, these are the people who are going to cheer you on. These are your biggest like support group here. These are your cheerleaders in a certain sense. They're here to celebrate you, you know. So I think as you are coming into your power, you know, finding your seat of power and learning how to use your power to your benefit. You know, those around you who understand and love you will be there to support you. And so don't forget to rely on them and lean on them on those times of need where you need to either celebrate something or if you may be having some trouble. Judgment card, we got the Nine of Swords here. So really, I have a feeling here, you know, this is a lot of these, everything is generally positive. Not that this is negative or whatever, but this is a challenging card with the Nine of Swords, you know. As you are being called to make a certain action in your life, something that maybe like, you know, really is your soul's calling, you know, you could be faced with some doubt, you know, some pain from the past, you know, a lot of, self-criticisms, you know, this comes right underneath that Eight of Swords as well. So really, you know, I think really it's saying here to really release yourself from any type of limitations, what you think is not possible. You know, any type of criticisms or judgments that could be too harsh or too limiting. Like the universe is here for our abundance. The universe is unlimited, untapped potential, you know, and the Judgment card is really saying that. It's like, you know, we're here to wake you up and to release you from these bonds, to make you feel anew and to also feel, you know, like you're going to be reborn into someone new. So really, I think here, in terms of those clarifications, I think this year you're going to face a lot of inner criticisms and a lot of limiting belief systems that you will learn to get over, to be totally honest, that you will learn to face, and that you have to give yourself the grace and the ability to release yourself from that and realize like that is not you anymore. These belief systems are not your current moment anymore. They are attached to some pain in the past. and it's not worth holding on to, ultimately. So let's pull out some more cards and see what else we got. God, a lot of these cards keep popping up. It's crazy. Okay, waiting. Here, yeah, there definitely is a sense of waiting that I get here. You know, I have a feeling, as I said before, there is some healing that needs to be done. I feel like I've said this to you a million times from the past few readings, you know. I feel like this waiting card came up a few times too. But here, I mean, like, really, like, by doing this healing, you know, with that Judgment card and the Wheel of Fortune and Justice, it's saying, you know, like, there is something coming by answering your karma, by doing all of that stuff, you know, by answering old consequences, that, you know, doing that waiting and doing that emotional healing is going to push you forward, and you're going to pay off your karmic debts, and you're going to be put on your path to your destiny, if that makes sense. Whether that be a certain relationship, whether that be finding your calling as some type of healer or some type of mystic of some kind, you know, looking at back at that high priestess energy. There's something there, especially just seeing that. There's, for those of you that will resonate with that, go for it. I really feel that, you know, if you feel powerful in terms of your spiritual or abilities or gifts, really go for that. Perseverance. Yes, as I said here, you know, as you're healing yourself from past pain, limiting belief systems, etc., it's going to be a tough mental game. And that's fine, you know, but because it's not constant, it's not set in stone. You know, you can change anything in your life at any whim, at any moment. So it's really asking you to persevere as you go through that mental game of releasing yourself from past belief systems, etc. You know, persevere through that. I see here, very much so. You see all these lines with that perseverance. What do we got? You got all these lines with the 8, all these lines with the 9, you know? The visual imagery is very much so. Don't keep yourself caged. No, don't do it, you know? Persevere through it. Release yourself from those bonds from the past and those bonds of pain. Honesty. I see here, again, with that High Priestess and that Ace of Wands, double synchronicity on the same spots for both of them. You know, I think it's, and that Judgment card really saying just like, live your authentic self. Be your most genuine self. Be your most honest self. Embrace it. Play with it. You know, just like experiment. Like do certain things. Learn how to expand it. Learn how to harness it. You know, like really be. Don't be afraid to be who you are. I think especially in this time. You know. So really, I think I really look to that High Priestess and Ace of Wands energy for that. It's really saying like, take the chance on yourself, take the risk on yourself to really connect with your spiritual gifts. You know, they could take you places where you didn't think anything was possible, to be very honest, you know, and actually create a reality which could be quite magical at the same time too. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, here, time to go. I see that. This comes on the same line as your past in 2023. You know, I think for some of you, you really left certain situations that really were not meant for you. You know, that Justice card, especially saying like, you know, there was a point and a karma that had to be from all of it, you know, especially with that Wheel of Fortune as well. So really it's saying, you know, there really was a situation for some of you, as I said, there's relationship stuff here where you just had to separate, realize certain people were not meant for you, and that's okay. You know, you actually had a deeper knowing that they weren't meant for you. You know, we got co-create. Love to see this, you know, because I think really it's saying with that double High Priestess, it's like you are co-creating with the universe, you are co-creating with your higher self, you know, by connecting and channeling that as well. So, you know, there's something here where you are getting intuitive hits, you are going with your gut feelings, you are going with your spirituality, whatever it is that is guiding you to the right decisions or paths in order to create the universe or situation that you want. So really, it's kind of like communing with something greater than yourself, allowing that to guide you, and going with that feeling, going with that intuition, that gut, that instinct in order to create the universe that you want. We got chop wood. This is funny. This has come up a lot. But basically, this is just saying, you know, that you are doing what is necessary to make sure that you're taken care of. You know, we chop wood, what was it, during like the summer or the spring or the fall time or whatever, to prepare for winter. You know, I have a feeling for some of you, maybe you are going to learn how to take that disciplined approach as well this year, to really do the boring stuff, if that makes sense. You know, the healing, you know, the check-ins, the making sure that you are taking care of yourself, that you're eating, that you are taking care of your mental health for some of you, you know, that you're doing all of those things to prepare for the hard times. And that discipline is what's going to help you grow. You sacrifice temporary pleasure for long-term pleasure. That's what discipline is. So here with that chopped wood, you know, it could be repetitive, it could be boring, you know, but there's a benefit to it, that long-term benefits to it if you just allow yourself to do it and make it part of your life. Finally, we have one last card. Let's double check. Inward revolution. Love this. This is really saying, you know, to shake things up. I mean, as I'm looking into, like, you know, the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords, as I said before, there's something where in your mind, there's something that has to be shaken up. That inward revolution is really saying, like, you know, shake up those belief systems, question everything that you truly believe about yourself, you know, and find out which ones are actually true. If it's something that limits you or hurts you, get rid of it, you know. But if it is something true, try and be fair and try and be objective as possible. Have no emotion tied to any of those belief systems. Be objective. Because inward revolution, there is something saying, you know, like you have to really fight any of these thoughts that are coming at you that limit you, that hurt you, that are based in fear or pain, that are not in the present moment. So that inward revolution, I think here, because that's the only thing out of all these cards that really, I feel like, could be something of a challenge for this year, letting go of limiting belief systems and pain or suffering from the past. But that's kind of what I see for you, Leo, for 2024. Honestly, for some of you, there's big changes coming, that Wheel of Fortune, that Justice card. Karma, as long as you answer it, you will pay your karmic debts and open up a floodgate of new opportunities, as I said, with that double High Priestess and Ace of Wands as well. So again, if this reading did resonate with you, make sure to click that like button. Don't forget to comment. Love hearing comments from y'all. And don't forget to subscribe as well. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed this month so far. I was definitely not expecting that, so I very much appreciate it. I have more coming for you soon, but until then, I got nothing. I just want to say thank you again for watching, and appreciate you so much. I will see you next time. Goodbye.